Happy Sunday, everyone. Dmitry here, bringing you very unique message. As I'm preparing for my class on November 13, we're doing class here in Minneapolis, how to create business content. And one of the things we're going to be teaching in the class is what kind of content can we produce for our businesses, what kind of content works, what kind of content doesn't work. So I've been going through hours and hours of content by roofing companies. I go from different platforms on Facebook or YouTube, even TikTok, to find great examples. What works? I look at companies who are doing $50 million a year, what kind of commercials they're putting out, and message in general. And unfortunately, there's going to be negative message per se, because I want to call out a lot of business owners out there who are too soft, but I don't want to offend anyone. This video is a message of love. I want to help you because so many roofers are reaching out to Roofing Insights and me personally and asking for help, telling me that they don't know what they're doing wrong and asking for advice. And here's my advice. If you want to be successful in 2020, you need to learn how to create content, how to get your message out there. It's noisy. There's thousands and thousands of roofers competing with you, and you have to come up with a strategy and put out good content. But unfortunately, I found that number one reason why so many roofers are not successful is because they are too soft. And this is just me observing all the content the roofers been putting out. So here's the thing. Our industry is very, very different from many industries. Male dominated industry. 90% of people in the industry are males. You know, we do have women in the industry in sales and even installing the roofs, but they're a true minority. So it's male dominated industry, but those men don't have balls. They're soft men. They don't have a spine. They don't stand for anything. Let me explain. In other industries, you know, car industry and computer manufacturer, if you look like Steve Jobs versus Macintosh, not Macintosh, but Microsoft, you can see the real rivalry. Companies stand for something. Mercedes-Benz is best or nothing, right? You can see Mercedes-Benz versus BMW on the billboards. They compete with each other. In our industry, roofers are afraid, simply afraid to explain to the homeowners what they're standing for. So here's the thing. I firmly believe, and this is advice for the homeowners. If you're the homeowner and you're getting quotes right now and your roofer is telling you that all products are the same, fire him before you hire him. Don't even give him opportunity. If any roofer out there, any business owner, any sales rep is telling you that products are all the same, ask yourself what he's in business for and does he even know what he's talking about. I'm going to give you 5 reasons right now why your sales rep or business owner might be giving you that advice or saying those things that all the products are the same. There's only one of the 5 in my book reasons why it's happening. But why it's important? I mean, you're not going to find it in any other industry, but in the roofing industry, it happens all the time. It's like, imagine you want to buy a car, you come on a car lot and asking salesperson, hey, what car do you recommend? Oh, any car. Just pick something, pick a color, pick whatever. No, there's a good car for you. There's a good shoe for you. And I want to buy my shoe based on the recommendation, not infomercial. If I'm buying basketball shoes, like new LeBrons, I'm not going to go and ask LeBron what he thinks about LeBrons. I'm going to go and look for basketball coaches reviewing best shingle for basketball. That's how it works. We want an unbiased opinion, and unfortunately, roofers have failed. To this day, and I've been doing it for 5 years now, to this day, there's only 1 or 2 guys on YouTube or Facebook who's not afraid to give you true unbiased information. So number 1, let's go through the all the content that roofers been putting out and why roofers don't want to show you what doesn't work, what works. So first thing first, a lot of roofers are saying things like, well, product does not matter how install it. And I agree with it. There are a lot of issues with installations, but to be honest with you, like Trump says, if you don't have a brand, you're a commodity, and I 100% agree with it. So if you don't have a brand, if you don't have a reputation, what do you have? What do you install? Now it comes down to product and workmanship. And a lot of roofers will say, well, it's our workmanship. You douche who says that it's all in the workmanship. What's the last time homeowner actually inspect your roof? And have you ever seen in your life a roof that 100% done right? And I'm not saying the roofs are not done right. Like even, in my company, if I go and inspect all my roofs, probably will find something. The truth is, homeowners don't go on the roofs. Inspectors don't go. When they go on the roofs, they inspect the basics, but your lines, your nails, like you will find few shingles high nailed or miss nail, or you get the idea. So people who say it does not matter, people hire me because of craftsmanship, they're full of BS, because homeowners don't inspect craftsmanship. If you would call 3 roofing companies to inspect your roof, most likely they will find some mistakes and it will have you fix them. So nothing is perfect. Craftsmanship matters, but so does the product. So why don't we give homeowners recommendations? Let me explain an example to you. Recently, I have a conversation with a roofing business owner in North Carolina. He installed Tamco shingles. First time in a long time. He doesn't install Tamcos, but it was huge commercial property apartments, and budget was a thing for them. So they saved $10 per square. They went with the Tamcos, and he said the shingle literally was misaligning, pulling apart, like horrible shingles, horrible quality. Installers hated it. Him hated it, but he still installed it, right? Here's the thing. If that happened to me, and by the way, it did, and I did my YouTube video about it, here's how it works. If you're not afraid to go on YouTube or anywhere on the internet and say, I will never install Tamco again, here's why, Tamcos. If you do that video and it will explain to the potential buyer, homeowner, people who buy builder's grade product, if you explain to them, here's what's gonna happen. What if someone is about to make a decision to go with Tamcos, maybe even in your city? Maybe they have a bid ready to sign it. They go on YouTube, type in Tamco problems, and they see your video why you will never install it. And all of a sudden, it's going to be a awakening call. Maybe it's board member or director of the board for that association. Maybe they'll call you and say, hey man, I saw your video. We almost went with them. Glad we watched it. Here's how 2020 works. People love public information and they like to do public research. Maybe you'll get a job because you actually call out a bad quality product. In 2015, I did exactly the same thing, and I received 3 phone calls within 30 days. One was from Wisconsin, another one from California, and another one from Minneapolis. 3 phone calls because I compare very thick product. Unfortunately, I got sued and I have to delete the video. The point is, you never know who is watching other end, and speaking the truth about the products always puts you in an expert position. So why don't you do it? Number one reason is you want to be politically correct. Well, you're soft. You will never be politically correct. A lot of people just don't want to be negative, or I don't want to put other product down. Well, what does it have to do with anything in business? You go to Walmart, you go to Home Depot, you don't know nothing about grass. You call sales rep and say, hey man, I don't know Scott's and Pennington, like what's the difference? I don't understand. And he's like, well, it's actually my background, and landscapers buy this product. Oh man, I appreciate it. I appreciate good advice myself. When you go to Home Depot and people tell you, hey, don't waste money on bigger brand here, same ingredients in here and it's half the cost. Don't we love tips like that? Absolutely. Nothing to do with the fact that's politically correct or not. I mean, if a homeowner is asking you what better drill, Ryobi and Milwaukee, well, ask them if it's one day project or they work with it every single day. If it's every single day, recommend them better lasting product. So the same for roofing. When homeowner is asking you what products are better, don't answer them just because you want to be politically correct. Say it how it is. Just say it freaking how it is. What we see is this product fails more often, or this company does not honor their warranty. Whatever the case is, don't be politically correct. But a lot of people, they want to be politically correct because they want to be nice. And there's no such a thing as a nice when you're doing disservice to your homeowner. When they're asking you a question, you should answer. We hate politicians who's doing it. You know, whether it's Trump, Hillary, or Biden, when we ask them questions, we just want them answer it, not in a politically correct way to get around it, so we hire them. No, it might hurt them, but at least we will know for sure what they're standing for. Number two, some people don't do it because they don't want to get in trouble. You've seen a lot of things what's happening with the Roofing Insights. And I ask people all the time, you know, why don't you go and review the product? You know, why? Like we did in 2015, we reviewed the product, GF Glenwood. So GF did not like our review. To this day, it's the only review of GF Glenwood on YouTube. I want you to think about it. 5 years later, there's only other one review besides my review is video paid by GF. So you have infomercial in one review. Ask yourself this question. There is 100,000 roofing companies plus in this country. You know, half of them, or like, I don't know, 30-40% of them, GF certified installers. So, and people have cameras, phones, they have opinions, they want to create, you know, ads, videos, reviews, all of it, right? And not a single company took a product and actually showed it to the homeowner performance of it. Why is that? Because they don't want to get in trouble. And that's number one answer that I get from a lot of guys in my network who already have YouTube channels, who already have some kind of influence and already putting videos on YouTube. I don't want to get in trouble. What are you afraid of? You afraid to help homeowner, to show homeowner how product performs? If that's you, you should not be in business. You don't have balls to be in business. You know, Elon Musk throw balls in his window and it broke it. I mean, it's embarrassing, but he has balls and he throws balls. You don't have a balls. You don't have balls to show to homeowner that potentially product you might be selling might be bad product. People with balls will win, and you're gonna go down because you did not want to get in trouble. People who don't want to take risks, we're in business for taking risk, and this is one of them. Not to be afraid to speak the truth and educate your homeowners. Number three, they're money-driven people. So a lot of sales guys out there, a lot of roofers, they don't care about products. They know they're in this game for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. They're gonna retire. They're done. So they come to you. They ask you, what do you want? You ask them what they recommend. They're like, we don't care. Pick a line. We'll install anything. Why? Because they just want a sale. Would you buy anything from anyone who just want a sale? They don't have a backbone. They're too soft to have opinion, and they don't want to lose the sale. So because they're money driven, not a service driven or product driven, they just money sales driven. So what's happening is you'll pick a product based on your recommendation, but based on your review, or maybe what you've heard from other company, and they're gonna do it. So now it's only price. And a lot of times those guys will be the cheapest because that's all they care about, just to get a sale. Companies who cannot recommend a product and why they install that product, most times will be the cheapest price because they have no reasons to be more expensive. They will install anything. So, and companies who recommend and push one product, and usually they can build a value around the product, explain to you their relationship with the manufacturer, why they stand behind the product, and a lot of times there'll be a little bit more money. So don't go with those again who is just money driven and it's all about sales and they don't care about the product. Number four, they're not true experts. I mean, we have those guys in Home Depots and Lowe's too. You go in and sometimes you know more about stuff than an expert who manages that island. And it's embarrassing, but those guys exist. You know, you go in and you're like, hey, what's the difference here between these two? I haven't been here in like 3-4 months. Like, I don't know, man. You know, so homeowners want to deal with the true experts. You have to have an opinion. If this is your field, if I'm about to buy a car and I haven't been on the car market for 5 years, and I have a knowledgeable sales rep who will tell me that Honda Civic is better than Toyota, whatever, Camry, or, you know, can make a recommendation and can give me some good arguments and why he has his opinions that, you know, on that car, why that car is better, like Toyota Sienna versus Honda Odyssey. You know, explain to me better gas mileage, better price, better warranty, better technology. What is it? You know, I want to deal with the true experts in life. Do you want to be true expert, or you just want to be, pushing papers, sign here, push here, don't want to have any opinion? So there are a lot of people in the roofing industry who are not experts, and they don't want to be experts. They want to be in sales, they want to be successful, they say, but they don't want to be experts. People want to do business with the true experts, and true experts have opinions and not afraid to share that opinion with you. And last one, number 5, there are sellouts. Plenty of those too. As a matter of fact, we have 3-4 media companies in the roofing industry, all sellouts. You cannot trust them. You take Roofing Contractor magazine, every single ad, on the back end, there are going to be one brand. So there's few brands who have money to spend. We call them bullies because they use their money to bully others. So a lot of companies, a lot of influencers too, and I'll tell you how we're different here at the Roofing Insights. They advertise with you, and when they start advertising with you, they pay you. Now you will never see in those magazines anything negative about that brand. You ask them. Recently, really big person in the industry, been in business for like 26 years, told me, Dmitry, I'm not a product expert, but he's an influencer, really big influencer. That scandal is coming down very soon to Roofing Insights too. They would not do interview with me. They would not talk to me. They don't want to take position. They take money from big brand out there, and they're like, well, they're our biggest client. We're not gonna get any opinion on the products because we're not experts. You can't be experts. You've been doing it for 26 years. You have a data, like we have quite a few like very major channels. But if you look at anything they put out, it's only commercial, it's infomercial channels. So they take money, they build audiences, but it's all products they sell. And wherever they sell, so there is no true consumer advocate information. If there is a scandal, if there is a conflict, if there is problems, if there is a class action, they will never share the story. Here's what we do at Roofing Insights differently. We don't have a contract with anybody who endorses us. We work with a lot of brands, about 25 brands now. Every single brand knows that just because they paid us money to promote in one video or 2 videos or sponsor our channel does not give them immunity that we will not talk about issues that they going through. We don't have a contract. If someone wants to pay me $2,000-$3,000 per piece of content or hire us or do whatever, it truly never affected any of our reviews. You can go in, call me out if you want. We have balls here, and having balls also means you have integrity to say it how it is. Even, if sometimes you have to show hard love to people who are sponsoring you or helping you. Like if my brother gets in trouble or start doing stupid shit, I'm gonna smack him. He's my brother, I love him, that's what I'm gonna do. So if big brand I'm working with doing some bullshit online, I'm gonna call him and like, guys, what are you doing? Like, fix this shit. Like, this is not acceptable. So we are voice of roofing communities here at the Roofing Insights. If you're the homeowner and you're looking for unbiased information, we have it for you. If you're a roofing business owner, listen carefully. This is the future. I'm gonna teach you how to create a content, how to review product from legal standpoint, from TV. How do you say it? My brain phrase right now. I will teach you how to set up your cameras, how to sound good. I will teach you how to create content, right? But you have to grow some balls, because right now it's very lonely at the top. Nobody's willing to do it. There's thousands of roofing companies out there, and I'm telling you, like, the throne is not taken. Anybody can come to this game and become true professional, true market leader, but you have to stand with the consumer. You have to answer questions that consumer is asking you. If you don't, you will be spilled out, and you will be like, Dmitry, what I'm doing wrong? What advice you have for me? Well, number one advice, don't be too soft. Don't be politically correct. Say it how it is. People will follow you. This works. Speaking truth works. Showing people real performance of products works. You just have to have some balls to do it and not be afraid. If you're afraid, if you don't want to take risk, you deserve to lose your business, because some hungry kid will come and will take everything. And you will be like, how did that happen? Well, I'll tell you how it happened. If you want to only feed your consumer infomercials, if you want to publish online, you know, checks that you make. And oh, here's another proof. Here's another check. What does that have to do with anything? People don't care how much money you make. People care about questions they have. Will you answer them? I see guys right now going every single week, like, another roof, another inspection, living the dream. I'm hustling. How are you helping your homeowner? And then homeowner's like, well, what about this? Well, I can't say that. And literally, business owners telling me right now, and sales guys saying, Dimitri, I have it really good for me right now. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to put me in a vulnerable position. Everything is doing well now, but tomorrow everybody's doing what you're doing, and you're like, how do I compete with that? That's what's happening. You know, 3 years ago, you could do a couple ads on the Facebook and your phone would be ringing off the hook. Today, everybody's on the Facebook. Everybody's making noise. And now you're like, oh shit, Dimitri, it doesn't work anymore. You know, how do you create content for Facebook? I'm just spent $1,500. I didn't get one phone call. You know why I didn't get one phone call? Because the video you've done sucks. Maybe it worked 3 years ago when it was not competitive. Now it sucks. Go review GF Glenwood product. You will have views like crazy. Homeowners will love you. And YouTube, Facebook, all other platforms will catapult your content organically when you don't have to even pay for it. You just have to be the first one to review it. Because besides me, nobody's willing to even touch the freaking... I mean, you telling me you're willing to install something, but you're not willing to talk about it? Grow some balls, guys. That's my message to you today. And if you want to learn how to make sick content that works for your business, come to Minneapolis, November 13th. We will teach you. My videographer will be there. Copywriter will be there. We'll show you best examples from best roofing companies in the country. I'll show you real numbers, how to get leads for 20, 30 bucks, organically, for cheap, for free sometimes. We'll teach you all of that. Homeowners, if you need solid information about the roofing industry, ask here below. We read all our questions and all our videos, and we answer them. We say it how it is, and we're not afraid of. We don't care about lawsuits and biggest bullies who is willing to spend millions of dollars on their lawyers. We're not Roofing Contractor magazine who takes money from one brand and will not talk about it, not even do interview about it. So guys, stay tuned. If you have any questions for me, comment below. I'll be glad to answer them. See you.